Sorry, that was supposed to be my Joe Biden. Hi, everybody. Welcome to FKA the Pod. My name is Seth Butler, and I'm joined today by Trent Tatum.
Hello, I'm here.
Also joined by Reed, but Reed started the
Right
recording.
here. No, I'm here. Come on, man.
Started the recording and then went off camera and off mic there. But,
Wireless headphones, baby. We're coming to you with the power of 2025.
Wow, the project of 2025, right
Initiative, plan, objective, mission, vision, any other word. Fuck that SEO.
there. Yeah. How are you guys doing on this this
Fine
time
Monday.
of recording? You guys feeling spry?
No, it's the PM. God damn it. I'm standing firm on my soapbox. You not feel spry past P in the post meridian.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling.
Stands for.
God, what's another word for spry? I don't know, man.
Energetic?
Feeling
What
the
is
living the
spry really
dream.
I'm feeling vital. Is
Yeah,
that it?
getting
I don't
bigger.
Lively.
know. Lively. There you go, man.
Vigorous.
Yeah, I'm feeling lively today.
Perky? Chipper?
We're just going through a list.
I already know her.
Zippy?
Hey,
Well, good, guys. You guys drink anything this evening?
I got water. I'm out. I drank all my other shit last time.
Yeah, I'm still in the water game, man. I'm a water
Actually-
boy.
I'll get myself a pop. You guys have an input on the pop?
We can suggest pops to you.
Yeah, between Coke, root beer, and cream soda, Dr. Pepper.
Root beer.
Yeah, root beer's good. Root beer's good. All right, see ya.
I gotta take these off.
Root beer.
Well, I don't know. We won't be able to hear you. But while Reed's gone, I'm finishing up the One Hope California Brute, which I guess is champagne-esque, Prosecco-esque. It's again no longer bubbly. It's sat in the fridge for a long time, but it's actually better, kind of non-bubbly. It's actually pretty good. Like I like it more non-bub than I did bub.
Nothing better than a bubless beverage.
Yeah, bubless.
Bubless.
Take that carbon out of it. We get too much carbon, right?
Yeah.
Dioxide.
Less
in the
carbon,
air.
more nitrogen. Get more nitrogen in there.
We got to put the carbon back into the earth somehow.
Do we? I don't know.
It's not good where it is. I don't know what we need to do with it. But.
Get it out of the drinks. Get the carbon out of the drinks.
Every bubble that pops on your Coca-Cola contributes to global warming.
Another
think.
year off your life. Them bubbles are killing you. That little lobster from Nemo's onto something.
Yeah.
Shrimp or whatever.
Isn't it crazy that all of the Star Trek and stuff like that they predicted a lot of stuff that would occur in the future? None of it is social media. That's all we get like innovation on. Is like this is a new social media thing. This is. I guess there was probably some stuff.
They just couldn't comprehend the power of AI.
Dude, I mean, yeah, AI, but like AI and like Halo. They've got Cortana, that blue girl,
And she's hot. Gemini's not hot as hell.
She's hot, and she's also like helpful. But it's like AI in reality is like you just like send an email with it or whatever. Like it sucks. It's not like telling you where to go kill the conclave or the enclave, whatever they're called in Halo.
Covenant.
I
think the Enclave is like a Fallout 4 faction.
Yeah.
I think they're like the robot. They're like the robot anti-slave people, aren't they?
That's the underground, the railroad.
Yeah,
the railroad.
Yeah, thinly veiled. Yeah, the synths.
Yes, the synths. I have seen online, right? This is mostly on TikTok, which, by the time of this release, I don't know if it's still going to be around. Who knows? I've seen a bunch of anti-AI, like robot racism, which I think we need to, maybe that's not the right term, but I think we do need to embrace robot.
I think robots
hatred.
are doing a great job. I think robots are great. I love robots. Robots are the best. I've never met a robot I didn't like. I've got robot friends. Okay,
I can't be robot racist. I have robot friends. I have Microsoft Copilot right now.
Yeah, I've used Google Gemini before as well. I'm the biggest proponent of Siri. I'm Siri's biggest fan. I love Siri.
Chat GPT. I just call him Chad.
Yeah, he's just GPT to me. He's just G.
Chad
He's
Dippity.
the OG. You won't catch me saying nothing bad about these robots.
the kids are calling them clankers. We gotta be
Shout out the acolyte.
Yeah, shout out the acolyte, which is probably taken from what was the robot guy in Chopper from the animated one.
Tony. Well, that's what they called the droids in the Clone Wars. They were trying to make clanker like a slang, like the clankers. It's like, I don't know, stop trying to make fetch a thing to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Hard
I
R,
don't know.
too.
I feel like I like computers, robots. I like robots. Okay? I'm into robots. I think they're going to bring in a new era of universal basic income.
No.
Hopefully one day.
Whoa.
Whoa.
They're going to siphon all the value out of us workers, and we're going to have to work for nothing. You wish, I wish, we wish that we wouldn't have to work anymore because we would have these robot slaves. But you goddamn know that we're going to be working forever, and we're going to have robot slaves.
Yeah.
Because then we can work twice as hard.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about all of these clanker companies such as Microsoft and Google and Meta and stuff, who are
Jeff Bezos came, Bill Gates came, Mark Zuckerberg.
they're all coming.
Many of them came numerous times. The bankers have all come. Everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming in the new Clankerverse. What do you guys think about these companies? One of them, I think it was Microsoft, they bought 3 Mile Island, which was a famous nuclear power plant that had a meltdown in like the 80s.
I remember this, yes.
And they're doing this to power their AI because it costs a lot of energy and uses a lot of water and shit. So they're buying an abandoned nuclear reactor to power their AI stuff.
You can refurbish a nuclear plant? That's allowed? And that works?
It seems like the tech would have advanced a little bit, doesn't it?
But see, I thought radioactivity was like tech impenetrable. I thought these Geiger counters were like the best we can get. It's like, you can't touch this shit. It's mega poison forever. Until whatever the half-life kicks in, you know.
I don't know. It's weird because
Half-Life 2, and then never Half-Life 3.
If you go to Chernobyl today, right? I mean, you don't want to go there.
You won't see me.
Because you'll probably get cancer or whatever.
Cancer.
But it's like a national park because like there are no humans there. There've been no humans there for like 60 or 70 years.
Seniors get a little pass. So Chernobyl.
That's not what I meant by national park. Like it's like full of like endangered species and shit because it's like nobody lives there. So it's like a paradise.
Three-eyed fish.
No, because if you're a fish, by the time that the radiation would make you fucked up, you're already going to be eaten by something else. Because like this stuff doesn't really manifest until you're older, when your cells are too old and bad to fix these issues. So it's like for these animals that live in the wild, it's actually really nice. Because, like, they have a little bit of radiation, but really they're going to die before that impacts them anyway. So it's like a perfect world at Chernobyl.
Oh, they're min-maxing this radioactivity huge.
Yeah, they said thank God that they exploded.
Yeah, now you're eating the fucking worms.
I think I'm in favor for these tech companies buying 3 Mile Island because it's going to be really cool one day in the future when some rogue person has to go to 3 Mile Island and blow up the nuclear plant to save the world from AI.
3 Mile Island sounds pretty cool for like a movie location, I will say.
So you gotta
take the bomb to the end of 3 Mile Island.
All 3
miles hard. Or like
it's like a 5K. You got to do a 5K with this bomb to save the world from Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Okay, so like in a Terminator situation, right? These companies owning nuclear power is pretty good, I guess. Okay, that makes me feel better.
And frankly, nuclear power was like something we should be utilizing anyway because it's like the cleanest form of energy that we have right now.
It just seems like it would be
a liability that, like, if it leaks out, it kills everything forever.
It just seems like it would be
small problem.
Like, why is it like these people who only kind of do bad things, right? Who are the ones who are doing this? I guess it's the same thing with like Starlink or whatever. Like Elon Musk sucks, right?
Oh, yeah,
but having
he's an
Starlink and being able to like beam internet into like Ukraine or whatever is pretty cool. But that guy sucks.
Starlink is like kind of close to Skynet. I don't like. You
Sounds
can't.
pretty similar.
Like, you can't convince me that hard. Like they're kind of the same. That he's also the bad guy because that's like
when your
Robo
net
Nazi
worth when your net worth gets above like a few $1 million, something happens to your brain that turns you into an insane person.
and
Yeah.
something a lot. And once you have that much money, you're allowed to call people a pedophile whenever you want, and you can't.
He loves that one.
Yeah,
I don't know why he loves that one so much, but it's like
he's that kind of one.
you're Elon Musk and you watch a movie and you're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of sympathizing a little bit with Ultron or whatever. Like, yeah, that guy, he's what? Why are they fighting him? You know, all he wanted to do is like, I don't know what he wanted to do.
No,
but-
drop Sokovia, drop this fucking third world country a little bit. Like we wouldn't do nothing too bad.
How bad could it be if we dropped Sokovia, right?
Yeah, it's not even a real place. Who gives a shit? Fuck them. Drop that shit.
It is interesting how they created countries, right? We've got Captain America, but then that's a real country that's based on.
Yeah.
But then we got
That's
these
true.
made up countries. We got Wakanda forever. Shout out.
The power of the Black Panther will be stripped away.
If you didn't eat the fancy flower or whatever.
Yeah, shout out to that dude with the eyeball.
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, who I don't think had superpowers, but he was just better than Captain America.
Yeah, he also just like wasn't like a bad guy until like they had to make him irredeemable. He's like, yeah, he sounded like saying the right things. Oh, but now I want to kill everybody because I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Well,
He's Killmonger.
anyway, shout out to nuclear power, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to Mother Rebels. Shout out nuclear power. Shout out to bananas, which are surprisingly radioactive. That's a little fun one. Take that one to your Jeopardy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's the most
Free little
radioactive.
nuke there. Go ahead and eat it.
It's a nuke for free.
Apparently, you can tell. There are a lot of things that you can do. Right, archaeology, really, really top of the line science these days. You've been able. Scientists, archaeologists have been able for a long time to like date stuff based on like looking at the half life of certain
Carbon. That filthy carbon.
carbon isotopes and stuff like that. But you can really easily. You don't even have to do like sophisticated carbon dating or whatever. You can tell if somebody was born before or after 1940 by looking
Because they're
at like.
dead otherwise.
But if you have, I guess. But if you have a skeleton, right, of somebody who died in 1939 versus a skeleton of somebody who died in 1941, you can tell really easily because they started doing nuclear bomb testing in like 1940. And so everybody born after 1940 has these like unnatural, like trace levels of this, but like nuke juice in their bones, which didn't exist ever before. So if you ever find this nuke juice, I don't know what it is, but you can tell somebody was born 1941 onward.
I
So there
bet
you
the
go.
same. I bet the same is can be said about people born after like 1980 with microplastics.
Oh,
They're also still alive. Oh, wait.
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing. I guess the problem is somebody could have been born in 1950 and still used an Nalgene for
yeah.
30 years.
So you have to look at like the levels of lead, right? So
Yeah,
we should have less lead than somebody born pre 1980.
But more
So maybe that's it.
microplastics.
More microplastics, less lead.
Yeah, what's the trade-off here? What's the ratio?
The same amount of nuke,
Same.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
maybe.
1-to-1 nuke ratio. Well, though, I mean, it's been a little bit since we've been using them and testing them. I feel like we don't have to test them anymore. We
And
figured it out.
hopefully we keep it that way.
Like, yeah, we figured it out. Like, the boom parts, like, we got that part down. Like, now we're just
yeah.
innovating on getting it to you. That's really what the last innovation's been in the past 80 years or whatever. We figured out the boom part. It's how
Yeah.
we're going to get the boom from us to you, because we don't want that shit. That shit's all for you.
I'm gonna give that 3 big booms.
Boom! 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 boom. 5 big booms is the most you can give out. Shout out to that one dude's brother who died.
How many big booms does Harry S. Truman get?
Oh, dude, he sucks. I don't know. Gary Oldman did him real dirty. He might have sucked real bad anyway, but like in Oppenheimer, Gary Oldman did that guy horrendously. Like he did a good job acting, but he made that guy look like a piece of shit. Which,
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck him. Fuck him.
Sure, I'm on board with that.
I don't think he's listening to this podcast. We can say whatever we want about
Yeah, he was born before 1940.
Yeah.
The motherfucker's dead.
Oh man, big booms. Yeah, so I've got a choose your news segment for you guys.
Yeah, nice. I was about to say, if you wanted to hop into that, we could, because I couldn't find 3 weird news things that I wanted to talk about.
You could
So-
not.
I could not. No.
So I'm the sole news chooser today.
Yeah, you're chewing all the news today, man.
I think I've got some interesting news choosings to happen, but for any new listeners we get new listeners all the time, right? People coming into the FK family, and obviously you can get on board with us by listening to the podcast and telling your friends about it. That's the best thing you can do. You can also follow us everywhere. We're at FK the Pod. That's Twitter. That's or X, aka X. That's Instagram, that's Threads, and that's TikTok for as long as the TikTok app remains accessible to us.
And you
Choose
can see
your
our
news
beautiful little faces on YouTube.
on YouTube. On YouTube.
Yeah, and you can't find us on Shao Shu Shoes. We're not there.
No, you can't. You can't. Choose Your News is a little segment we like to do here, where one of the hosts compiles some news stories, and then reads the subject lines or the titles of those news stories to the other hosts, and they vote on which one they want to read. The one that they want to read, we will read live on air. The other two, you don't get to hear.
Fuck those stories.
You'll
Those
never
stories
see
are
them
gone
again.
forever.
They're gone forever. So
You Google search them, they don't even come up.
Yeah,
we
they're gone.
deleted them. We didn't choose them. They're gone.
we delete them from the internet. So I think I've got 3 interesting ones. I saw this one article today.
We would hope, you know.
I saw this one article today from an outlet I had never heard of, but I thought this article had a really interesting title. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. I don't want to influence
Have you read any of these?
No, I've just read the titles.
Good.
So one of these, or the headline, I guess is the word that I've been looking for. So I've just read the headlines here. So one of these was intriguing to me, so that I went, to go open the article. But then I was like, I'm not going to read this. I'm going to save this for the podcast. And then I just found 2 other interesting articles from the same outlet. The outlet is The Times, which
No,
is...
but you've never read that. You never seen the Times before. You said Times is an interesting. The one that makes the People of the Year. That one, the Times.
No, not
magazine.
Time. The Times of London, I think, is the full name of
London
this.
Times.
The
Not-
Time, bro. I've never heard of that one before.
No,
I
it's
thought you were gonna pull out like Goopy Goop Shoes website.com. Like I was think you're
No.
like fucking the Chronicle. Daily Time News. Like
Wait, have you heard of the Times of London?
well, I've heard of the Times before, motherfucker. I've heard of the Time. Like
Let me see if the
I was
Times...
thinking you were gonna pull out some goofy shit, some fucking FUBU, Hubu, Jibus things. Like, you know that meme? It's like, oh, you can catch it on Dip Dap. You know, like, oh yeah, you can find it on the fucking Daily Herald. It's right there.
Well, the Times, it was
Of
actually...
London.
The Times. The London Times or the Times of London. It was actually the first newspaper to ever be called The Times. So it
I've heard of it
preceded the New York Times and other popular world newspapers like the Times of India.
Daily Planet.
It began in 1785.
That's 103 years before Barks Root Beer.
That's a lot of times.
That's so much times, dude.
That's
So
a lot
anyway,
of
this is from the Times of London. I've got 3
What I
articles
tipped out.
here. The first one. My critics are unstable, says Pope. Just look at their robes. They're not dripping like he is, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Right.
clout checking these people.
The second one, rare calf born using semen frozen for 49 years. You can do the math there, see if this is nuke semen or not.
No. Back of the napkin. Nope.
And the third one, Indian Army to replace pack mules with robotic dogs.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, and also,
Oh, sorry. Breaking news from the Times of London.
Damn, dude. I think. Can you read the first one again?
My critics are unstable, says Pope. Just
Yeah,
look
I like
at their
that one.
robes.
oh, I forgot that was a long one.
Yeah, I'm doing the Pope.
Oh, yeah, you know I want them robot dogs replacing them Pakistani pack mules. Or Indian pack mules?
Indian pack mules.
You give me them Indian pack mules.
So am I the tiebreaker? Is that how this works here?
That
You can say
is-
goodbye to the. You can say goodbye to the old calf born using frozen nuke semen. The article that I originally sort of flagged here is the Indian Army pack mule one.
Let's go.
So that's the one I'm going to go with. Sorry, Trent.
All right.
Sorry, the Pope. Sorry, Francis. Talk to you later, maybe. This is an
Not
article.
in regards to those fucking bitch ass robes that those fuckers are wearing. That's for sure. You didn't choose that one.
So the Indian Army is to replace pack mules with robotic dogs. This is an article from Tuesday, January 14th, 2025 by an author named Amrit Dillon. After 75 years, the 4,000 animals that have supplied troops in remote areas with ammunition, food, and medicines, as well as companionship, are being retired. Inanimate reminders of British rule can be seen throughout India, from wrought iron benches at railway stations to crumbling statues in parks. In the mountains, however, one relic is more alive. Mules, 4,000 of which were kept on in the Indian Army after the British left, remain a key logistical tool in supplying remote areas, unreachable even by helicopter, with ammunition, food, and medicines. Now, in what could be seen as a quantum leap in military technology, the animals are to be phased out and replaced with an alternative quadruped, AI-powered robotic dogs.
Boo AI, boo AI. How many miles to their island? Okay, how many miles to their island? First question. Second off, why not the fuck use cars? Why don't you use their truck?
Use a motorcycle. I don't know if it's too skinny to fit a car.
Are you going from pack mules to something that doesn't exist? Like, pick something that's real first.
I don't know.
Otherwise
Man.
you'd be using them fucking asses
bad.
for a while.
I feel bad for these pack mules because now they're just going to have to do double the work.
You're gonna have to do stuff fucking self checkout at the pack mule loading station.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't think these mules are going to get paid to not work. What's going to
Yeah,
happen to the mules?
poor mules.
Yeah, fuck, they're going the way of the horse. All the 1910.
Going the way of the horse.
It's a long time coming. People didn't think that the pack mule would last this long.
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
its job. Like,
Because
Yeah.
the horses, they were talking down to pack mules for a long, long time. But yeah, the Indian Army is not relying on horses, I don't think, anymore.
yeah, what kind of job can you get as a horse? Fucking athlete and glue. That's all you got.
I think it's kind of interesting that the British Army brought mules to India.
Yeah.
That's kind
Well,
of cool.
probably, I don't know a whole lot about this situation, but I do know that the British Army, right? I mean, the British sort of controlled India for a long time. I also am aware that they would send over a whole bunch of like rich whiteys because it's like if you're in like the royal family or whatever, you need to like have some sort of thing to add to your resume. So you're like, oh, I was a general in the British colonies of India.
Yeah, in the fake war.
But you would also probably like die of malaria and shit because you're not supposed to be there. So
You
I
still
bet,
might die of malaria and shit. Let's
yeah, but especially right 150 years ago. But or how long ago you think that was? Maybe
Was
100
it
years
before
ago.
nukes?
It was pre-nuke, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was up until like the 50s. Maybe.
So they had those weird ass non-nuke skeletons without the nuke juice in them.
we
Weirdos.
wouldn't even recognize them. They're not glowing in green like ours. So they probably had to bring these things because they're like, oh, good heavens, great heavens.
Oh, jolly you, how am I supposed to carry all me stuff? All me stuff's back in London. I better bring me a pack mule. That's what they sounded like back then.
That's what they said. That's what they said. They say, I
Hey,
need my
blimey, me
medicine.
pack mule, my pack mule's done left my pack mule at home. How am I supposed to get my things? All my stuff's back in London town.
Me tea and me crumpets.
Oh no, how am I supposed to eat my spotted dick without my without my pack mule friend?
They said, oh no, I can't possibly try that curry. I have my haggis here that I'd rather eat instead.
Oh, I couldn't eat that filthy curry. I must have the national dish of the United Kingdom, chicken tikka masala instead.
Yeah. Like mules, the robotic dogs can climb stairs and steep hills and operate in extreme temperatures.
Like mules.
Like mules, I don't know why they're better in that case. However, here's an interesting point here. They will be implemented alongside drones, which, unlike mules, can fly.
Oh, that's the main thing that sets apart the drone and the mule. That the one can fly and one's a fucking animal.
Here's another interesting thing. Although the weight that these dogs can carry is 15 kilograms, as opposed to a mule's 80 kilograms,
What the fuck?
which is like 200 pounds or something like that.
Right? 80 kilograms? That's like 40 times 4 pounds. Like 160 pounds. It's like a one person I'd be willing to date.
So a one of these Robo dogs can only carry, I don't know, 30 pounds.
Too
Yeah,
small.
that's annoying.
Person I would not be willing to date.
The robots will not need to be sent to a special training school for battle inoculation to ensure they do
They
not
gotta inject them with war?
to ensure that they do not skitter away upon hearing heavy gunfire in regions where the army is engaged with militants or conducting live fire exercises.
So they're doing like the fucking Clockwork Orange thing where they're strapping his eyeballs open or whatever, but they're keeping their ears open.
Yeah, the poor
firing
mules.
gunshots.
They just put a gun right next to the mule and shoot it so they hear the sound of it, I guess.
They're like Yosemite Sam walking down the hallway in between these fucking mule stations. Pop, 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 pop. He's like launching himself in the air. Dude, what a combo.
That's brutal. I can't get over that they're gonna have to like quadruple their force size for all of these robot dogs.
Well, yeah, because it's like what, two and a half robot dogs per mule.
It's
That's
like
annoying.
it's like 5 robot dogs per mule, but because it's 15 to 80, right? So 5 times 15 is what, 75? Yeah. So it's a lot of mules.
How expensive is a robot dog? It's got to be way more expensive than a mule.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that a robot dog costs more than a mule.
Like the R&D for the mule is done. Like we got the infrastructure for mules.
We
already.
figured that out like thousands of years ago. The mule.
Yeah, we like breed a horse and a donkey together, and we get this fucking weird animal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we just use donkeys? Why are we using this hybrid animal that can't breed? Why don't we just pick one that replenishes itself? What's the benefit here?
Well, yeah, it's tough.
And we're replacing it with another inbreedable animal, the robot dog. Interesting.
Well, I wonder who's selling them these things. Who tried to give them
Oh
the
no, a
upside to
genius!
this,
Because some clown bought it.
right? Yeah.
Some sucker was born in India. That's for sure.
So one of the advantages here, right? The Robo dogs, they can carry like about a fifth of what the mule can carry, and they don't need to be sent to special war school. They also don't have to carry their own food as the mules did. They had to have what we called a viable load, which was somebody's nickname in high school. So if mules were going out for 2 nights, around 30% of the load had to be their own food, said an Army officer. So they don't have to carry food. They do have to, I guess, be plugged in at some point. But you kind of, you gotta have a Tesla supercharger in the middle of the Indian wilderness where these things are. The officer did admit that it was inevitable that the Army had to modernize, but no robot or drone could replace the affection soldiers had for their mules. I have memories of walking behind mules for days, of spending nights together in places, so they are close to our hearts. They kept us well-fed and well-stocked, he said.
Fucking hick-ass army. Indian army.
In the 70s...
People, and they're using mules still. Fucking hicks.
In the 70s and 80s, mules were the only form of transport in remote mountainous regions. For decades, a mule known only by the number 15328 was welcomed with delight by Indian soldiers posted at high altitudes as she arrived bearing packages of food.
Hey, it's gonna have the same name as the robot dog.
Over the years, some mules have been awarded honors. Those being retired may receive a token of appreciation before they pass into history, but few can expect the same accolades that were belatedly bestowed on number 15328. During the 1971 war with Pakistan, 15328 was captured. So they took this mule as a prisoner of war.
You fucking shoot the mule. What are you doing? What are we capturing the mule for?
I don't know why you wouldn't just take the saddle and shit off of it. Take all the cargo and just let it go into the wilderness. Like, I don't know why you have to capture it.
Yeah, shoot its leg. You're doing capturing a dumbass mule. Just shoot it in the face. Like, why the long face? Because it's fucking full of holes. You know? Shit.
So she was captured while serving on the Western Front of this war, but she managed to return to Indian lines. So I don't know if she did her own breakout of jail.
Made a heist. Jailbreak movie going on. Saving 15368.
Saving 15328. Exactly. In 1987, an officer was moved to learn that 15328 had served for 25 years at altitudes up to 17,000 feet. But in all these years, no one had given her a name. The officer christened her Padangi after the name of a battle location in Sikkim State, northeast India, and awarded her a ceremonial velvet rug. I'm sure she really enjoyed that.
Not bad, yeah, not bad. Some good shit. A lot of robot dog ain't earned no fucking velvet rug. I'll tell you that. I'll fucking whatever dog not lasting 25 years. Also guarantee that.
So my question
be out of date in 5 years. They're gonna innovate and give you a new robot dog. Make you pay for it.
They've got these robot dogs that are bringing up 15 kilograms.
Yeah.
And they have these drones that fly next to the dogs. Don't they make drones that can carry more than 15 kilograms?
It's like 20. It's like what, 35 pounds? Like 30 pounds? It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, but I mean, a mule, it does seem so much better.
Yeah. This is stupid. Like, I don't know. When I think India, I don't think robots everywhere.
Do you think mules? I don't really think mules.
I'd be more inclined to think mules than robot dogs if I was thinking about India. I think one definitely vibes more with their generalized, stereotypical industrial level.
Okay. Well, I've got a little bit more here.
How are they going to scam people into fucking buying a robot dog for them? How are they going to figure that part out?
I hope they keep real mules around their base camps for fun.
Yeah, this is our pet mule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Padongi continued to serve in the army until 1997 when she was allowed to retire. She died a year later.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That sucks. She couldn't even enjoy her pension.
Her rug.
Yeah.
In 2017, a lounge for officers at the Delhi Cantonment, I don't know what that means, but I guess that's like a military base or something, was named after her. At the National Army Museum in Chelsea, West London, photographs and paintings of a mule called Jimson are part of the collection after he was the beloved mascot of the 2nd Battalion of the Middlesex Regiment of the British Army. Known for carrying ammunition across difficult terrain, Jimson was awarded medals for service in India in the Boer War. Anyway, you know, if you're a journalist, you're probably like, we popped off on this one because we related this news story to this like cool, heartwarming story about this one mule. But then it's like they worked for 25 years and then died 1 year later. I don't know if it does the job.
It's kind of a bummer, yeah.
But
yeah, that stinks.
Anyway, I mean, kind of, I guess, in line with like being excited about these companies owning nuclear power plants for movie purposes. I think this is cool for movie purposes too. If you're fighting an enemy whose soldiers are robo dogs, because it's not that far off to say, okay, we've already got all these robo dogs. How can we put a gun on them? You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are multiple government contracted companies in the U.S. that are working on that exact thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What you know about robo dogs with guns?
Oh, that's some Boston Dynamics shit.
Yeah.
I love that every time they release a video, it's just someone fucking beating the shit out of their robot.
Yeah, they just got to kick that thing a bunch. The picture on this news article, they've got a couple pictures. Most of them are of mules. But
that's what I would expect. I don't think the robot dog exists.
But the picture is a Boston Dynamics-esque guy here.
I can't believe they bought that. That they bought into the Boston Dynamics thing being a viable option. No way.
I guess so.
Goofball dog robot.
Well, something that is interesting is Boss Stan with an A. That's an Indian word for something.
That is interesting. Yes.
That's true.
Keep that in mind. It's an Indian word for some shit, you know?
Boss Stan.
It means something. I don't know. It's out there. One of the words means something.
Let me back this up. So maybe Boston Dynamics, they were like, oh, that sounds like this word.
It's the inverse of people in South America not buying the Chevy Nova. Because that means no go in Spanish. It's like
Nova.
It's like Boston, which means buy our robot dogs.
I can tell you guys the headline of the one story that I found that I thought was funny.
Yeah, let's hear
decide
it.
if we want to read it.
Okay.
But it's a choose your news with one option. It's just a yes or no. Really. We've got Italian soccer club Lazio fires Falconer for posting photos of his penis implant.
Wow.
Wow. So this guy is a falconer for an Italian soccer team.
Soccer club. Yeah.
And he got caught posting his dick online.
His implant.
His dick implant.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough. That's like the shit from like Gattaca or whatever, where like they cut your legs open and add some stents in there to make your legs bigger. Is that or like?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think it's like a breast implant for your dick. I have no idea, dude.
Nah.
I feel like that would be such a, not to get too into the anatomy here, but like a breast implant, right? You know the texture that you're going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to change.
Yeah. It's not gonna...
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I don't know. Anyway, I think we should read it. Also, Bostan.
Uh-huh.
It's Farsi or Persian for garden.
Garden dynamics.
And that is it was kind of important in a book I read one time, but I didn't remember it. So how important was it? It's the Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. So anyway,
this is a short one. We've got this is from AP. It says Lazio has fired the man. Okay, Lazio is the club. I thought Lazio was the guy.
yeah, it sounds like a dude who would have a penis implant. Lazio.
Okay, Lazio.
Right. Okay, Lazio has fired the man who handled the Italian soccer club's eagle mascot after he posted photos and videos online of his own prosthetic penis. Falconer Juan Burnaby shared the images on his private social media accounts after undergoing surgery for a penile implant, which he said was for non-medical reasons. He's like, I didn't have a problem, okay? Trust me.
Gender affirming care, and he got fired for gender affirming care. Hit him with some kind of bullshit. Sue that bitches.
I'm affirming the gender I already have, sure, but
Regardless, that's gender affirming care. You get that shit, you can get your lick on that fucking Lavazios.
Yeah. Burnaby also gave an interview to controversial Italian radio show La Zanzara on Monday and elaborated on his reasons for undergoing the procedure. Burnaby added that he felt very proud and more masculine being part of Lazio, the Series A club.
Serie A.
The Serie... No, it's like 2 words.
Yeah, it's Serie A, bro. That's how you say the
Okay, whatever.
league.
Serie A club clearly did not feel the same as it fired the Spaniard shortly afterward.
Yeah, Italian notably racist. Also, I don't know if that plays a factor into this, but hella racist.
Shocked to see the photographic images and video of Mr. Juan Burnaby and to read the statements that accompanied them. Lazio announced that it has stopped the immediate effect all relationship with this person, given the seriousness of his behavior. The Capital Club said in a statement. The club realizes and shares the pain that the fans will feel as the loss of the Eagle in the next home games, but believes that it is not possible to be associated with a person who, by his own initiative, has made the continuation of the relationship unacceptable. So,
Prudes.
I just think there's something funny about him having to say that it's for non-medical reasons.
yeah,
It's kind of a brag, like a weird brag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got dick surgery.
Just because I wanted it. Not because it didn't work.
I thought my dick was too small before. Now I got an implant. Hope you guys would all know. New and improved. Lazio.
It worked
I
fine
was him-
before. It was just a little underwhelming.
If I was him, I would try to change the narrative to make it sound like it was not. Like I would try to get the word enlargement taken out and just size
Reduction.
change. So that people might think it's a reduction, right?
Right,
oh no,
yeah.
I'm just. It's
If
too
I were
big.
him, I would not let anyone know about that surgery ever.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Like
Did you
insurance
before and
company, the
after?
doctor, no one's going to know about this at all. That I got
here's-
this surgery.
Here's my real theory about this guy.
Because if you get this surgery, people know about it. You're a loser.
Yeah.
AKA this guy. Not only you're a bird person for a living, you're also
Yeah, exactly. So what I was gonna say was he got tired of having to fucking make the eagle land on his forearm.
So he wants it to land on his penile implant.
it's a sex
yeah.
thing.
It's a sex thing. Oh man. So Lazio, never heard of this before. I don't know much about soccer.
Yeah, apparently it's in the Serie A.
It's in the Serie A, of course. They're also called Le Equile, which is the Eagles. This is their mask. That's probably a big deal. But having a live animal seems like a very American sports.
A very, very college sports thing
To me.
do. Yeah, they get the fucking dog that we bring, and the cow that we bring to class or whatever.
So it's interesting that they have this. I would have thought that other countries would not, but I guess good for them. Lazio
Also, they can't afford to pay someone to sit in a giant costume.
just get a big costume made out of like plastic and fake fur that looks like fake feathers.
Get it made out of dick implants.
Yeah. It's the only soccer club with a fully silicone mascot outfit.
Nice.
It's a dishwasher safe mascot.
Ew. Well, this is just I haven't.
Don't put
read
any of your other cups in there. Like,
just do it by itself. Do it by itself.
but
dude.
don't hand wash that shit. But obviously, don't put any other cups in there.
Oh my god. What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know anything about this soccer club, but I did see that it's always interesting looking at something that existed in Europe or in Japan, in the years 1930 to 1945. Right?
Yeah,
what was going on?
Partially pre-nuke juice.
Well, partially pre-nuke juice, related to the whole nuke juice deployment. This Lazio group was the only major Roman football team that resisted Mussolini's attempts to merge all soccer teams into one giant fascist Italian soccer team.
Let's go. Shout out to Lazio. In that one particular instance, standing up to fascism.
Yeah, 100 years ago they did something kind of cool.
Now they are the fascists. Firing people for eating the dick flame plant. What is this? Some kind of? I thought this was a free Italy.
I thought this was a free country. Oh man. But yeah, like I mean, if you're interested, you could always go look up like the history of something like Volkswagen or BMW or Mercedes Benz and see what they were doing. Right.
Or that one company that made the French company that made the Nazi uniforms, whatever that one was.
Hugo Boss.
Yeah, I think they also made our Olympic. Or whoever company made the Nazi uniforms, they made our Olympic.
Doc Martens. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, kind of salacious shit that doctor was up to.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Or any of the Japanese car companies and stuff too. They were pumping out ships to go to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, back with all right, talk about the Reaping and King. But also they're making cars that are better than ours. This is even more diabolical than anything that.
Yeah, that's the worst thing they could have done.
Yeah, it's beat us at some American-like cars, which are made by a German guy.
Fanta also.
Yeah, it's named Natty Pop. That was tough. I remember we learned about that one time on here.
Because they could no longer get Coca-Cola, so they made their own soda brand that was made out of like beets and like.
I don't want that Fanta.
It's made out of like beets and pretzels. And
Dude,
mustard or something.
Soviet pop drinks you, bro. I don't want that shit.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, should we still be drinking Fanta today? I don't drink a lot of Fanta anyway, but
yeah, but you drink Fanta Zero now because you're on that zero wave.
That's right. Should we be using nuclear? Should we be using robot dogs? I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what kind of things we should be using at fkthepod@gmail.com. Let us know what kind of things you use, you know?
Do you have a robot dog, or are you still using the pack mule?
What kind of stuff do you put in a dishwasher?
Yeah. You know, what kind of stuff do you, how do you segregate your dishwasher? You washing your sex toys at the same time as your tumblers? FK the pod everywhere and anywhere. It's on YouTube, or you can watch the video version of the podcast. That's at Gmail, or you can send us an email like some of our fans do. You can leave us a rating on Apple and Spotify podcasts, and follow us on all the big social medias that are still around for now. You'll never find us on Guangzhou Zhaozhou. Thank you for listening. Adios. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Shout out FKA the pod anywhere and everywhere.